Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chanel. Today I'm going to be going to World Market to check out some of their Halloween decorations, and since I'm out here visiting my parents for a day, I'm also going to go to the Michaels out here and see if they have anything different from what I've seen where I currently live. And I'm not really looking for anything in specific, other than I have these mini cauldrons that I kind of want to fill up with something. I know I had said I kind of wanted to do like a little fabric in there, but I saw some ideas on Pinterest of people gluing beads inside of the cauldron, so I'm going to do that. But I did see at Michael's that they had these like vase filler beads that were Halloween style, so they had like some bones and skulls and teeth, so I wanted to check those out, and I might pick a few of those up to glue inside of the cauldron to kind of give it a little more life than just hanging up a empty cauldron on the tree. So let's get into it. Let's go do some Halloween shopping, and then at the end of the video, I'll show you guys everything that I've got. So let's go do some Halloween shopping. I'm super excited, and then at the end of the video, I'll do a little haul and show you guys everything that I got. Upon first walking into World Market, they had a ton of hanging door wreaths. The skull one was probably my favorite out of them all. And then they also had a ton of these outdoor decorations. They had skulls, pumpkins, ghosts, witches, and a skeleton. Oh yeah, and I think they had a scarecrow too. And then they had these skeletons doing yoga, and they also had the terracotta pumpkins in 3 sizes. And then they had this cute little frog. They also had some glass pumpkins and then this glass skull next to it. And then they had a lot of skeleton decoration. So like this skeleton dog holding a bone, some skeleton hands. And then they had a ton of lights. Pumpkin lights, tree lights, wall lights. They had some crow lights too, I believe. And then here's some more random decor. They had a little holiday counter, a little ice cream truck, popcorn. And then they had some more little like haunted houses type decor. This one was pretty cool. The little creepy gate. And then they had a whole section of candles. They had these little ghosty candles. I've seen these before online, and those look pretty cool. I think they were like $3.99. And then also these blood candles look really cool. Although I would want to see how well they drip red, because I've never seen these in action. But I think those were also $3.99, but it's a really cool idea. And then just some more little candle holders, bats, ghosties. And then they had those little popcorn towels. And then some of those hanging lights, but honestly they were like $40, and I've seen them on Amazon for half the price. The little witchy ornaments were really cool. And then they had a ton of Hello Kitty stuff in there as well. Some more glass pumpkins. Some more skeletons. And on this end cap, they had some more like hanging decor, probably for like your mantle, some garlands. And they had a ton of glassware, these witch hats, cats, and then they had little pumpkins, candy corn, and these beaded table runners were really cool. They just had a lot of detail. And then they just had these random Halloween fortune cookies in this section. And a ton of mugs. They had like a ghosty dog, a ghosty Halloween pasta. I think those were pumpkins. They had a ghost waffle maker. some skeleton muffin tins, and my mom insisted on me showing her in the apron. Some more pumpkins, stacked pumpkins, and another beaded table runner. And more glasses. They had little bats on them, little ghosts. Some more glasses with ghosts and skulls, pumpkin mugs, ghost mugs. The mugs were pretty cool because they weren't like too big of a mug, and I just thought they were a really nice size. They had these little pumpkin plates too. Those were pretty cute. And they had some more ghosty mugs. They had some all black witches brooms. They were pretty heavy, I must say, but they were very cool. The branches were kind of glittery. And then they had these outdoor wind chimes, a pumpkin, and a skeleton. Those were pretty cute too. And I think they had one with a black cat as well. And then they had some of these skull picks. They were pretty cool. They were $7.99. And then they had these little bottle sweaters for the wine. They had a little coffin, table tray. This vampire wine was cool. I really liked how it had the little cape attached to it. And they had just a ton of like spooky Halloween wines in this section. I might have to go back and get one to crack open on Halloween, but all the labels are super cool. This cauldron mug. They had these like branchy candelabras. And just like this random pack of eyes. And a skull with mushrooms growing out of it. That was pretty cool. And then they had these like 5, I think, candelabras. And they had a bunch of these bottles, spider legs, bat wing elixir. And they were $5.99. They would make like a good little tabletop decoration. They had some skull shot glasses, another beaded table runner with a bunch of potions on it, and another wine bottle sweater. They had a clue game, Murder at the Winery, and just more Halloween inspired alcohol. That was like a cat wine, I believe. They had a bunch of mixers and liqueurs and a smashed pumpkin beer and an LED glitter battery, and then just like these LED branches. And then I also went and checked out their fall section. They had a lot of fall things and a lot of mushrooms. Like, when did mushrooms become a thing for fall and Halloween? I'm just curious, because I haven't really seen many mushrooms before in the past. So somebody let me know down in the comments. But they had a ton of cute fall things. They had like LED pumpkin lights, ton of garlands, ton of like decorative pumpkins, stuffed, glass, and artificial. I think they even had some, yeah, they had some crochet ones. They had a ton of fabric, stuffed pumpkins. They had these stuffed pumpkins in a ton of different colors: white, orange, black, red, blue. And then they had some beaded placemats that were mushrooms. And they had these little pumpkin pots. And a ton of pumpkin spice food. So if you love pumpkin spice flavored things, I would definitely check out World Market. I've never seen pumpkin spice tea, and they had so many different variations of it. I was tempted to buy one, but I did not. I might have to go back. But they had like pumpkin spice, maple pumpkin, pumpkin pie. They had pumpkin spice coffee. They had all these little dishwares with pumpkins, glasses, mugs, bowls. Super cute, very minimal, but I like those. They also had this glass pumpkin drink server. They had Werther's original in pumpkin spice and in caramel apple. And then they also had this pumpkin spice latte gourmet popcorn. They had biscotti in pumpkin spice. They had these wafer rolls in pumpkin spice, these pumpkin spice cookies, stroop waffle, pumpkin spice pecans, Lindor truffle pumpkin spice, pumpkin butter, pumpkin spice scones. I've had different flavors of these scones and they're super good. They had this whipped honey butter, pumpkin spice cinnamon roll mix, and pumpkin spice brookie bar mix. I just got back from World Market and Michael's. I did end up getting a lot more at Michael's than I intended, but that's because I was with my mom. She had a 30% off coupon. I had a 30% off coupon and a $5 voucher. So things kind of came out to be a lot less expensive than I intended. So I did pick up a few things at Michael's. And then I also got some stuff at World Market. Not too much Halloween stuff, but I will go ahead and show you guys everything that I got. So this Michael's had a lot of like other wooden type things to paint, which I didn't see at the Michael's that I've been to before. So they had like a ton, let me see if it'll focus. They had a ton of these coffins, if it would just focus. They had a ton of these coffins that you could paint with like all different designs. And I thought these were super cool. They even open, so I'm planning to do some decor on the table, and I figured I would paint this and put this as part of the decor on the table. And then I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it has, yeah, there we go. It has a light inside too. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to do some more DIY and paint this. And I believe this was only $3.99, but they had a ton of different things you could paint. They had like little Halloween nutcrackers. They had all sorts of different types of like Halloween houses you could paint. They also had lanterns with like different designs. They had like a bat one, a ghosty, and I'm not remembering the other ones, but they had like 3 or 4 different types of lanterns you could paint. So I thought this would be a cool DIY to do. And then I also got these little filler beads that I was looking for. So these are little bones, and it does say they glow in the dark. So they're super tiny and they're very light. I believe it's some sort of plastic. They're definitely not glass. So I was planning to glue these inside of the mini cauldrons I got and probably fill the cauldrons. I saw a video on YouTube of somebody doing it with beads. They filled it with insulated foam. So I'm gonna do that and then glue these on top. And I also got a container of skulls, and these have like, I want to say like 3 or 4 different size skulls. So I'm planning to mix the two together and kind of make them like spilling out of the cauldron. I thought that would be a cool effect. And I just got some glue to glue those on, and then there was a haunted house in my spooky village that was broken, so I figured these would be good for both of those. I know I got something similar, but this one looked just so much better. So I got this flower pick from Michaels. This one was $3.99. Has like a little skull hand and roses. I thought that was super cool. And then I got black roses, and so I'm planning to put them in a vase, and this is gonna go on decor on my table, my dining table. So I think they look really cool together. And then, so these were $3.99, and then the black ones were $1.99, so not too bad. And then also from Michaels, I got this stand. Hold on, let me. So from Michaels, I got this stand and potion bottle, and I thought that was super cool. These were $16.99, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna use it as the flower base for my artificial flowers. And then this is gonna go on my dining table somewhere. So I thought this looked pretty cool. And then especially because I had the coupon, I think the stand came out to like $12, $13. So that's a pretty good deal. And yeah, I'm super excited. I think that looks really cool. And this was in the flower section as well. So don't forget to look at the flower section in Michaels, because there's a lot of good stuff over there too. And then from World Market, I didn't get too much, but they did have a lot of cute things. I thought this would look really cool on my dining table. It says Batwing Elixir, and it's just a little potion bottle. This was $5.99. So yeah, I thought this looked really cool. And they had a couple different variations of these elixirs, same colored bottle, but just a different label on the front. They did have some really cute witchy ornaments, but I just have so many ornaments already that I kind of want to wait and see before I buy more. And then they had a ton of pumpkin spice food. So, you know, I had to pick some up. Pumpkin spice is my favorite. I love pumpkin spice lattes, just pumpkin spice flavored anything. So I've had these scones before, and these are pumpkin spice scones. So I'm excited to try these. And yeah, they had everything. They had like pumpkin spice, tea, coffee, literally like just anything you could think of. And then also, I cannot go to World Market without getting some fluff. I know this is not Halloween related or fall related at all, but if you've never tried marshmallow fluff, you are in for something. It is not like the fluffs that they make, and I think Kraft has one or something like that, but this fluff, it's just amazing. It's to die for. When I was younger, I had a friend from Chicago who would always bring this out, and ever since I first tried it, it is so good, especially like just some fresh strawberries. Dip your strawberries in it. Oh my god. So definitely try some fluff if you've never tried fluff before. And yeah, that is all I got from World Market. I didn't get too much, but I definitely did enjoy looking at all the cute Halloween stuff there. So that is everything for the haul today. I did buy a few things on Temu the other day, which I've never shopped on Temu, so We'll see how the quality is, to be honest, but I found a tree skirt on there, and then I found the witch's hat that I want to put as my tree topper. So we will see how those look whenever they arrive, and I'll probably do a video and show you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed looking at all those spooky little decorations as much as I did, and I cannot wait to start putting my spooky decorations out. This is getting me so excited. I've never done so much Halloween shopping in my life, but I don't know, something this year made me just really want to decorate and go like all out. So I'm excited to start doing that, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the new videos that I'm going to be doing. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Till the next video, bye!